Minute 35 of I Love You 3000 Minutes. I'm Brian.
I'm Richard.
And this is the podcast that time traveled back through the quantum realm to rewatch the entire Infinity Saga from Iron Man 1 to Spider-Man Far From Home. This is minute 35 of Iron Man 1 and Richard. What happened?
Yeah, it's a pretty sobering scene. Tony is trying to give him instructions as to what to do, but Jensen is looking at the upload time, I think it is, and he says, we clearly need more time. I need to go create some time somehow and give us some more time. Which is actually a CIA thing that I heard for, like, an operative that's undercover. Like, that's, like, the premium is, like, I need more time, and they always buy themselves more time in a situation if they can.
Because they are Doctor Strange and they have the Eye of Agamotto.
Well, no.
No?
No. I'm talking about...
This is like that 12 for 12 cover models. I've just learned something. No, I was just being a facetious asshole.
I know that. I know that. It's not hard to spot.
I'm just making sure everyone else knows. So they can learn how to...
I think everyone knew. So, anyways, he buys them more time. Because it's critical for what they need to do. And so from what I saw, first he was chased by 2 or 3 guys into one direction, then he chases them back.
So how I interpreted that is he wasn't chased by those 3 guys.
He led them there.
They were the 3 guys that the bald boss sent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, remember when I got confused where they were coming from in a previous minute? So when he sees the place explode, he sends 3 guys in, and then he radios for a bunch of other guys to come. So they're almost to the spot, and then they see him charging, really taking out a lot of frustration on those walls, because he's got no aim. He runs into that hallway and he just goes, "There's no one around!" Shooting the ceiling.
Warning shots. He's trying to get them to move, so he has to fire somewhere. He could have shot them, I guess.
Yeah, something. Or he started shooting once he saw somebody. He could have gone through a bunch of empty tunnels and emptied his clip before he saw anyone.
You know, if he's peaceful at heart, maybe he's not going to shoot them.
Oh, totally. I'm just saying, like, he started shooting when he didn't see anybody, which is not a good strategy if you're trying to be peacefully intimidating, because you could have gone through a bunch of tunnels just going and not run into anybody, and then when you do run into someone, you shoot in the air and you're like, yeah, I shot a lot of bullets for no fucking reason.
Right. Well, whatever it was, if he led them down that path and then he chased them out, or they chased him and then he would chase them back, like...
Oh, I'm saying they didn't know he was there.
Okay,
they were running towards the doors.
And then he was
to be like, what are you doing, Jensen?
Could be.
And then they see him coming back.
But there's 3 of them with guns.
Yeah, I do like the Scooby-Doo of it, where we see them run in and then run right back out.
That is true.
I've heard Scoob is garbage.
What's Scoob? Which movie? Which series?
Animated Scooby-Doo movie that just got released on VOD to rent for $20 or buy for $25.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it has Ken Jeong, so I want to be nice about it. And then someone else said it was fun, but someone else is like, oh, it could have been so much better. I don't know.
So, he chases them out, with his gun firing in all directions, and he finally catches up with the entire squad.
And I knew this was coming, and I kind of wish it had cut off this minute right before it happened, just so it could be even more of a surprise, but I do like that it's a bit of a cliffhanger.
Well, for this minute, yeah, but it's pretty obvious he's about to turn into Swiss cheese, so.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, at least 11 besides Big Boss, all with guns pointed at him. Big Boss is just looking real swaggery right now. And, not to spoil anything, but because of the movie, how the movie is made, it does turn it into a bit of a cliffhanger. But we'll see that in the next minute.
And I guess one aspect of this is, that squad doesn't know that there's a time-sensitive thing happening right now, where if they would get there maybe 30 seconds earlier, they could prevent their demise. Yeah. But,
they could literally be like, drop the gun, Jensen, and then march in calmly,
No. They're gonna see him with a gun, and they're just gonna be like, what do you think you're doing, Papa?
I was about to put a hot coal in your mouth. I give no shits.
You're in our way with a gun, you're under a boot with it, whatever. So
yeah. It depends on how many medics they have around and how much they value his medical help, I guess.
I suppose.
But yeah, I want to jump back to the first minute and see what's on this screen, because we've got some non-English symbols by the loading screen, but in the back it says initialize starting address. I mean, can you make sense of these?
That's just some code.
Yeah, no,
so
like
count plus
code.
Equals len equals nbred.
What is failed possibly a long message question mark? Long message if
sounds like an error.
Opcode is.
Let me see this. So that sounds like an error code or failed possibly long message. It's saying long message. It explains the error after it, but that thing is covering it.
Gotcha.
If the count plus equals 10, if len equals size of message. So right now, this thing is just looking at a message. That's what this code in the back is doing.
This thing that said buffer size, I thought it said butter size.
Yeah, right.
I'm serious. I was like, hey, that's a funny joke. And then as it goes, there's more code. Just a little bit that comes up.
Still
Wait, let me see if more. Oh, that's...
Unsigned character.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait one gosh darn minute.
It could be multiple phases.
We're right here at the beginning of the minute with, like, let's say 1% on the progress bar. Possibly it failed, possibly a long message. All these, look at these.
Unsigned character, unsigned car.
Right up here is initialized starting address, and at the bottom is 111.17.11. Or 11.17. Then, as we go over here, initializing starting address.
Oh, hold on. Did it start over? Is it the same exact script?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so let's see
that. With more progress, because if you see failed, possibly a long message is opcode.
So what we're seeing up here is unsigned car, buffer size. It starts a loop down here. So then...
Yeah, it just seems like there's different framing on it to kind of differentiate it, but you got to go towards the beginning if you want to see that original one.
There's nothing running in.
So the original one is here. It's just a little closer in, or they changed where it goes. But yeah, even in relation to the progress bar, this is a little zoomed out, but the long message is at the same point.
Pointing out another continuity error.
I mean, they definitely knew what they were doing because they had the progress bar progress.
Yeah.
But it is the same script. It went to like 1 to 5%.
So, like, it's possible that thing in the background just started over because it tried again or something. That's something code does sometimes.
But would it have placed perfectly where it was last time, or would it just be keep scrolling?
It really just depends. I mean, yeah, old school computers didn't scroll. It was just like...
That's amazing. That's interesting. But I just realized Jensen's not wearing a tie or a vest.
Yeah.
He's got a dirty shirt.
Yeah.
A shirt that looks like he's been in a cave for any amount of time. Unbuttoned. With another layer underneath. Goddamn. He's so sweaty.
He does not need to be civilized at this time.
Yeah, no.
So he is a man of action without his tie or vest.
But it's interesting, like all the times they had ties and vests and stuff, they always look so clean. Hey, look, behind the computer we've got, is that acetylene torch?
Could be. Torch. Some kind of torch.
He did say acetylene or propane. I don't give a shit. That's exactly what he said. He actually said I don't give a fucking shit.
Did he?
No.
I was gonna say. It seemed very Marvel-like.
Yeah, well, this wasn't Marvel. Wow, my brain just fried. I was going to say this wasn't Disney at the time.
So they move on.
So in the hallway at around 52 seconds when Jensen is firing... What's this? That looked like the other thing.
It's a liquid tank.
Good tank. We've got, looks like an old...
Rocket launcher.
And yeah, then we get that nice little pan over to Shitsville.
Yep. It'd be great if he had a grenade.
Alright, let me recount this. There's at least 12 armed people, actually, besides the bald boss. Alright, anything else for minute 35?
I don't think so.
That was it. Check out the minute on Instagram. If you're listening on audio, please leave a rating or review. And if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, and check out the other podcasts. I'm very happy with all of this. I'm Brian.
I'm Richard.
Sorry, you're Richard?
I'm Richard.
I'm Brian.
You've got an army?
We've got a podcast. I just stumbled into that because I was distracted by thinking of how happy I am with how quality every part of these are.
Are you okay?
That's not comforting.
You needed a shake.
You went like this, like you were gonna be like, it's okay, and instead the second you tell you're like, with your Richard strength.
You looked like you needed a shake. You were like, everything is...
I don't know. Watch the minutes
really
for X minutes 31 to 40 because I also was getting really weird, but I don't feel loopy. But what I was saying seemed loopy. I don't know.
I think your brain's just moving really fast, and so when you catch back up in the moment, you're like, "Oh, what was I saying?"
It's moving too and then fast you get for minutes. It's supposed to move slowly.
What?
Because we're doing minutes. Slow minutes. Yeah, we're doing these movies very slow.
It has taken over 13 minutes so far. This was a slow minute.
I'm going to blame the energy of Dolomite, because we watched that last night.
That's a good movie. My Name is Dolomite.
I thought your name was Richard.
That's the name of the movie. My Name is Dolomite. I know. I'm trying to take your stupid crap and turn it back on you. You're going to scare people with that face.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. The last week or two has been edit, upload, edit, upload, edit, upload, edit, upload. Oh, I mean, by tomorrow I'll have done 120 of these, not including all the ones that I did for Kingsman.
Good job.
Tooting my own horn. But no, I'm just getting really loopy. I don't know why. Bye! We already did the outro. Bye.